Hey Ravens fans, doing a video on Week 9 preview of the Ravens versus the Tennessee Titans this week. So the Ravens are playing at Tennessee in Nashville. I think they're playing in Nashville. I can't remember which city they play in. But so here come the Ravens. After this game, they have a bye week. So looking for definitely guys to get healthy, especially Danny Woodhead, who reported back to practice this week. He will not be eligible until the Green Bay game, which I think is the Week 11 game, if I'm not mistaken. So that's when he'll be eligible to return, and the Ravens have to determine within between now and I think that game if he is okay to play. So far he's been a full participant in practice, so it looks like he could be a go for that Green Bay game. But anyway, back to the Ravens Tennessee game. So in the Ravens Tennessee game, we're looking at maybe a return of the full receiver roster. I think Campanero's already been listed as out, but Max Williams returns at the tight end position. So now you're going to have Ben Watson. I believe Nick Boyle is still out, but you'll have Ben Watson and Max Williams there at tight end. Oh, and also Gavin Escobar, who they did sign from the Cowboys last week. So it looks like you're gonna have Mike Wallace. It looks Jerry Macklin and Bashar Perryman. Now, Perryman has been a non-factor for this Ravens offense since he's been drafted. He got injured week his first season, never played a game, and then his second season he had a few decent plays, but nothing consistent. And this year hasn't seen been relevant at all. But if you look at the entire offense, the offense itself hasn't been relevant. So the Ravens have been trying to find themselves for the last, I don't know, few weeks or so, a few seasons to be honest with you. They've been trying to find themselves, find their identity, and you want to blame it on the injuries and things like that. But every team deals with injuries. It's just the fact that the Ravens have not drafted well when it comes to wide receiver talent. They've had to go out and spend money on free agents to bring that money in, so they don't have any other cap space, and then force Flacco's deal to get defensive offensive linemen in this game to protect him and things like that. So between injuries, cap space, and things like that, this Ravens offense has been real mediocre for a long time. Their best year, of course, was 2014, and here they come against the Tennessee Titans defense that's very underrated. They actually play pretty well in most games, especially their rushing. I mean, they do generally stop the run pretty well. So the Ravens, it's going to be interesting because you have the Tennessee Titans who have Derrick Henry and DeMarco Murray. While they haven't been top 10 running backs all season, they do provide a 1-2 punch, two big running backs that could give this Ravens defense problems. Marcus Mariota is as healthy, I think, as he's been all season. He's been dealing with hamstring issues this year as he was last year. And I think going into this game, I think you're going to see the Titans try to attack early. Teams know the Ravens are not a team that can play from behind. And the Ravens defense is going to have to know and expect that to happen where they're going to take shots downfield. Now, while they don't have that number one elite receiver, we've seen teams without elite receivers beat this Ravens defense before. So as long as they create a proper game plan to beat the Ravens defense, they could put up points on the Ravens. Now, on the flip side, it means the Ravens offense has to score early. Alex Collins, I think, last week was probably his best game when they played the Dolphins. It was his best game, hands down. He's going to have to get the ball. I think you're going to see Bobby. I think you're going to see all three. You're going to see Rainey. You're going to see Allen. And Alex Collins will get the majority of the carries. But I think they said if the Ravens under the Harbaugh era, if they get 120 yards or more on the ground, they're almost like I think they were like almost undefeated. So now maybe they have one or two losses, but under the Harbaugh era, they actually have a really solid winning percentage when they run the ball 120 yards or more in a game. So they got to just get back to what they know best, and especially what's going on right now with Flacco coming off the nasty hit from Kiko Alonso. Um, is that they're going to have to just protect his head. You got another week now. You got a bye week coming up at the end of this. So whatever you can do to keep Flacco from getting hit, I think it'll be the best bet. As everybody knows, once you get a concussion, you're more susceptible at that point to getting more concussions. So it's going to be very important for the Ravens to keep Flacco upright and not necessarily just put the game in his hands. Run the football, do some creative, end arounds, reverses, cutbacks, isolation runs, and draw plays, things like that when they think you're going to throw. Now that doesn't mean the Ravens shouldn't throw the ball down the field. I think what's going to happen is that early in the game, the Ravens are going to have to attack down the field early. So I'm going to expect some big chunk plays in the first half of the game where the Ravens try to score, 14 or more points in the first half and then defense can hold on. So that way they'll be able to run the football for the rest of the game and just kind of milk that clock. The defense had played well. They got a shutout last week. They got 2 turnovers, 2 pick sixes for touchdowns. They played a phenomenal game after giving up, I think, 21-yard run to Jay Ajayi last week. He then only had 2 more yards on the next, I think, 12 carries for the rest of the game. So the Ravens did a phenomenal job of playing defense, especially how the defense has played over the last few weeks. They needed that shutout win. But now they're coming down. It's week 9. They're coming down the home stretch now. That first half of the season is over. You ended it 4-4. You got to win out now. This is where, situation, especially in this game, Tennessee Titans are right now ahead of their division, and with Deshaun Watson going out, Andrew Luck not going to play for the rest of the year, and Blake Bortles as the quarterback for the Jaguars, it looks like the Tennessee Titans are in the driver's seat for at least a division title and get a playoff spot. But this also could have wild card implications, pending anything happening with the Tennessee Titans and maybe Mariota getting hurt or they just falling apart and things like that. So this is a game where the Ravens have to win from here on out. They got to win out, but this is a very pivotal game for them because they could have wild card implications down the line. Looking forward to this game. I expect the defense to be. They have to be aggressive. They gotta. I feel like that game against the Dolphins, where they had the hits against Flacco and things like that. You saw the team get heated for once. They haven't seen it all season. They got some passion and got some swagger in their step by getting those turnovers and those pick sixes. So I would expect going forward that they keep that up. They keep that momentum going, and they go ahead and blitz. I think they're going to have. Now Mariota apparently, when he's outside the pocket, is not the most efficient thrower. So it's going to be very important for them. It's going to be complicated because Marcus Mariota does use his feet well. Like I said, he doesn't throw well when he's running outside the pocket, like on bootlegs and things like that. He's better throwing inside the pocket. He's kind of like a reverse Ben Roethlisberger. But they're going to have to, even though force him outside the pocket so he's more inaccurate with his throws, but contain him so he doesn't have the ability to just run and get 8 yards, 9 yards, 10 yards. They got to be able to keep him out of the pocket and flush him out of there, but make sure that he doesn't run past the line of scrimmage. They got to keep him back there. So there's going to be a very interesting scheme for Dean Pease in that defense and how they want to attack Marcus Mariota in this game. The Ravens have struggled before against scrambling quarterbacks throughout many of their years. You look at Ben Roethlisberger, Carson Palmer, Andy Dalton has given them trouble. Many scrambling quarterbacks have given the Ravens fits over the years. So they're going to need to find a way. Like we want to be aggressive, but at the same time, don't give up the big play on the ground to Marcus Mariota, where they have to now, plan for that as well and have to play back, and then it opens up the middle of the field and underneath throws and things like that. So it's going to be very, very interesting to watch how the Ravens play this football game. Like I said, the Titans aren't a great team, but they do provide enough, I think, on offense where the defense has to be a little bit more creative in how they play. So, like I said, I expect them to be aggressive, but one of those controlled chaos kind of things where they cause confusion and cause him to make bad throws and cause him to get outside the pocket, but at the same time, don't give up the big play on the ground to him as well. Like I said, the offense, Flacco is going to keep him upright, run the football, and just be efficient on offense. They got to convert early in the game on third down. Try to get big chunks on first and second down. You don't want to get up there in 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. You want to be at like 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1 kind of plays. You would like it if the Ravens would be like second and 3 or 2nd and 2, where they can take a shot downfield, where you have opportunity where if we don't get the big play, we can still get the first down. So it's going to be an interesting game. I think it will be a good test for see where the Ravens are for the rest of the season, especially with guys getting healthy. So we'll see what happens. But my prediction for this game, I think the Ravens will. I think they'll win this one, but I think it'll be 20-13. I don't think it'll be too high scoring. I think it's gonna be a good defensive battle from both sides. So 20-13 with a defensive touchdown in there. Yeah, and a field goal. So I think the offense will get a touchdown. I think the defense will get a touchdown and they'll get like a few field goals, a couple field goals to eke it out. So 2013 Ravens. That's my little spiel for right now. Please subscribe to my page and everything. Do live from the hammock like I usually do during the game, and then I also do a post game video as well to see what I thought about hopefully the victory. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on Sunday. Peace.